Yeah. Why don't you, instead of sliding now, get in with the bass like Bob Marley's guy? Does anybody know Get Up, Stand Up? You buggers. My handbag. This is nowhere near the subtlety of Get Up, Stand Up, but it's one of Bob Marley's very early pieces, and you hear the guitar and the bass are doing not only work together, but some very smart complementary stuff. It's more clever than we've got, but I'll give you an idea how beautiful it can be. Thank you, my dear.
When it comes to music legends, few names command as much respect and admiration as John Lennon and Bob Marley. They were visionaries, shaping their respective genres, rock and reggae, in ways that still influence artists today. But what if I told you that Lennon wasn't always a fan of Marley? Yes, the Beatles founder, known for his progressive views on music and culture, had some harsh words for the reggae icon during a studio session in 1980. August 1980, Lennon was in the studio recording what would become his final album, Double Fantasy. During a session for his song Borrowed Time, Lennon was frustrated. He wanted the track to have a strong reggae feel, but his session musicians weren't nailing the groove. At some point, Lennon let his frustration out, turning his criticism toward Bob Marley himself. He said, "Marley was great at first, but later on, he lost it." While Lennon was criticizing Marley, Marley was calling Lennon one of the greats. Lennon's song Borrowed Time, the very track he was struggling to perfect, was actually inspired by a lyric from the Wailers. A Lennon-Marley collaboration would have blended Lennon's melodic, introspective songwriting with Marley's poetic, socially conscious lyrics. Picture a song that starts with a reggae rhythm, then breaks into Lennon's dreamy, surreal chorus, and ends with both of them harmonizing about peace, love, and revolution. It could have been a genre-defying masterpiece. Tragically, both John Lennon and Bob Marley passed away within a year of each other. Lennon was assassinated in December 1980 outside his New York apartment. Marley passed away in May 1981 after a long battle with cancer. In an interview, Bob Marley had answered whether he listened to the Beatles.
Do you ever listen to Beatles? Do you ever listen to Sinatra?
During the time, during the 60s, it was the 60s when the Beatles, we even recorded one of the Beatles songs,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we used to listen to the Beatles a lot. The Beatles used to be a very popular group in Jamaica.
Mm-hmm. So reggae music is not your whole life. I mean, you like all types of music.
Yeah, Mom, I love all type of music, but you got this reggae music is a different feel,
John Lennon's Beatles bandmate, George Harrison, had also met Bob Marley with Ronnie Wood.
Got any stories about Bob?
I only met him once. Eric and I went to go and see him play at Hammersmith, and we went backstage, naturally, afterwards. And somebody said, "Oh, he's in that room. They were pointing at the door. And you could tell it was his room. There was smoke coming out
under the door.
Anyway, we went in, and it was so thick with smoke, we could hardly see him. Hardly see him. I mean, it was unbelievable. And then Eric was so thrilled to see him, and he to see Eric as well. So it was great. It was great.
But he didn't talk much, did he?
No. Just a big hug, and that was it.
Yeah, he didn't go off into big oratories or anything.
No, not at all.
Yeah.